What's up, ways? Welcome back to Melina, the podcast where we take you down the yellow brick road of anime and have a look at everything it has to offer. On today's episodes, we're sitting silently in the Garden of Words, written and directed by Makoto Shinkai, music by Daisuke Kashiwa, animation production by Comics Wave Films. It released in Japanese theatres May 31st, 2013. It is licensed in the UK by Anime Limited and in the US by Sentai Filmworks. Then we'll sparkle on the third Island of Assassins.
That's a deep cut, sorry.
Directed by Hiroyuki Yano, written by Shoji Yonemura, music by Yoji Ono, animation production by TMS. It aired on Japanese TV August 1st, 1997, and is licensed by Discotek, but it's one of the few Lupin titles currently out of print. That's such a odd reference that only anyone who's seen Thomas and the Magic Railroad's gonna get.
Oh, I love that, sorry.
I was trying to, obviously, I have these little one-liners when introducing stuff, and I was like, okay, what the fuck did I come up with for Island of Assassins where they're stuck on an island the entire time? Anyway, I'm your host from Notorious, joined once again today is Shaun.
Fuck yeah, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
And Melina.
Glitter.
Yay.
That's Alec Baldwin that delivers that line too.
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times.
And he's trying his best to be whimsical in that movie.
He's a little guy.
I've not seen it.
He's a literal little guy.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Little dude, he's just a little dude.
Yep.
Oh.
Could have made that joke for Ariette.
Yeah, I could have, but that is an island in that movie.
Yeah, it is.
And
in the whole series.
In the whole series. Anyway,
tune in next time when we talk about Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Real episode.
Yeah, so this is we're returning to Lupin.
Yeah, it's been a little while,
yeah. Since the live action one, we've been on a bit of a break, yeah.
Wow.
I think Legend of the Golden Babylon kind of just
killed us
in a little bit, yeah. Because we had decided on the live action one sort of like around the same time, so it was sort of just like, let's take a break after that.
I don't want to see his face for a little while after that.
But this one was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's classic Lupin fun, but I think also like sort of feels similar to Angel Tactics in the sense of it's a bit more generic anime, but I think it works because Lupin obviously kind of does its own thing for the most part, and so the times where it veers off and has influence from the anime culture of the time, because obviously Angel Tactics is aggressively mid-2000s anime, and this is very kind of mid-90s, late 90s anime, especially in the character designs.
It's almost like what you could imagine a Lupin slice of life.
Yeah.
Like, this is just something that you'd be doing on a generic day.
This is his Wednesday.
Yeah. This is his Wednesday.
It feels very like sort of shonen manga-esque, Hunter x Hunter, all these sort of series that were popular around the same time. And it works because Lupin, like I said, does its own thing most of the time. So taking influence outside of that can make for a more refreshing experience, even though it's, like I said, generic. But I'm saying that in like heavy air quotes.
Because the actual plot, it's not like a stock plot or anything like that.
No, like this is still like a Lupin-ass.
Oh, absolutely.
Plot. Yeah.
And it becomes a Lupin-ass plot within a Lupin-ass plot.
Yeah, it's weirdly shares a lot of DNA with the Return of Godzilla.
Ooh.
Elaborate.
So for those who haven't seen the Return of Godzilla, and the only reason this is in my mind is because I'd literally just bought a VHS of it this morning.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's awesome.
Basically, the Return of Godzilla is the Heisei era reboot of the Godzilla franchise, and it's essentially a very Cold War-esque film, but with a heavy sci-fi elements. And one of them is there's like a satellite system and a nuclear bomb and stuff like that, and then and boats. And I'm like, okay, this just feels very similar to what they're doing.
It was very much the mid-80s in that movie, to the point where like the American release was like was just Godzilla 1985 or something.
In 1984, I think.
I
Yeah.
think it came out a year later in America.
Yeah, but I think they still called it 84.
Okay.
Like they did with Godzilla 2000, which is actually called Godzilla Millennium. No, Godzilla? Is it just Godzilla again? I don't know.
The
there's-
titles get very generic
Yeah.
after a while in the Toho series.
Yeah. Like, The Return of Godzilla is also not technically its title either. I think it is just Godzilla again in Japan.
Of course.
I think The Return of Godzilla is eventually what the US title would become.
Yeah.
I think it was primarily the British one
Okay.
at first. Sorry, weird Godzilla tangent.
Sorry for the nerd shit.
Yeah, no.
Just go listen to our 2-hour conversation on Godzilla from like last year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I open the floor to you guys.
Yeah.
I think I've said.
I don't know. I really like that the opening kind of immediately set up Zenigata's not really gonna be there.
Yeah.
Which I have to it is a shame he wasn't there as much. He
Oh,
just
same.
kind of had his B plot.
Yeah,
He wasn't
I-
involved.
Almost would have preferred if they let you sit in the idea that Zenigata got murked for much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have been better to have the whole movie go by with Lupin thinking
He's
that Zenigata got
Yeah.
killed.
Make that part of his motivation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, he's avenging him. He's like, you can do a lot of things. You cannot shoot the guy that's been after me.
Yeah.
You cannot
Like,
do that. That's my job. And I would never do it like that.
I am Jerry. You cannot kill my Tom. Fuck you.
No. That's just,
You will not get in the way of my toxic yaoi relationship.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you
It
can't
is a
do
foundational core part of this show. You're not taking it away from me.
yeah, they just kind of put him on the back burner. And
Yeah.
I think we all love the Zenigata Lupin relationship.
Yeah.
So I think they should have just gone with the whole Lupin mourn Zenigata,
Yeah.
and then Zenigata shows up at the end. Dude, I was wearing a bulletproof vest. Of course I was. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just shows up like, I survived. How? Not
They
telling you.
also
Yeah.
don't make it that he's wearing a bulletproof vest. It's his fucking like ID badge that
Yeah.
stops the bullet, which is like,
Just give him a bullet
okay,
I mean-
yeah.
Yeah.
We also got to mention that he does die for a little bit there.
Yes,
and is,
yeah.
He is only brought back to life by pure, unadulterated hatred for Lupin.
Yeah, I mean, again, they could have just in the end be like, "No, I saw the light and I saw your fucking face. I need to get your ass in jail."
I saw your stupid ass haircut face and I was like, you gotta be here with me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I will drag you to hell with me. If
Yeah.
I have to. Because I also thought Fujiko was also kind of in the back seat for the whole thing.
Yeah, she's there, but she really doesn't do
No,
much in
she
this.
There's not
shows
much-
up.
Fanfare either, sorry, I'm
No.
gonna cut you off a little bit, but like, she just sort of appears, like,
Yeah.
in the middle of the movie and it's like, oh, you're here. Cool.
Also,
Yeah.
arguably, like, not one of her worst, because
No.
like some of the movies have
yeah.
really bad Fujiko designs. This one's weird in that her hair color's completely different, and I don't think it works. It looks kind of odd.
It's the return of
Yeah.
blonde Fujiko, who we
Yeah.
haven't seen since Cagliostro.
But at least in Cagliostro, like, the design, it works with it.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I really feel like they only did that so she would stand out in the crowd shots.
Honestly,
I think
yeah.
so too.
It is like a very
Yeah.
almost neon yellow
Yeah.
blonde. Like, that's a Pikachu yellow.
Yeah.
And she just shows up and is like, "Yeah, I've got this mark thing, so I can't leave." I'm like, "Oh,
Well, we all got marks.
yeah." Now they all have the mark.
You
Yeah.
idiots, we've all got swords.
Yeah, and I was, expecting classic Fujiko to at some point be like, "Nah, I just kind of got a fake tattoo. You just kind of put
Yeah.
water and then it's
That would have been
there."
so great, actually.
Yeah, I was like, I've been faking it this whole time and nobody really realized.
Yes.
And like, I just want to steal this massive amount of gold.
I want the gold.
Duh.
Because also, like, Goemon's just there with
Yeah.
her too. And again, like, in the way that Lupin, Jigen, and Goemon all kind of function as a group, he does do stuff, but he's also, again, just kind of here,
Yeah,
which for
yeah.
a lot of Lupin, I think you can just say about Goemon, but like
it's very apparent here. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he does stuff, but the
It's
stuff he
twice.
does is basically just plant bombs.
yeah. I also feel like Jigen is functionally like nerfed here too. Like for a vast majority of the film, him and Goemon are just kind of standing in the back while Lupin talks to the
Lady.
Yeah.
rebellion group guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of it's a weird sort of structure to a Lupin story. Like I think it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really great. But when I actually think about how all of our familiar characters function, it's almost like they had to remove most of them.
Because if they were their competent selves,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be in this
It
situation.
wouldn't be an hour and a half. It would be just a half an hour.
Yeah.
Fujiko would have gotten that goal before Lupin was even there.
Yeah. Like, we're kind of being asked to, like, just don't worry about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, but they're there, and they could have just done this or that.
Yeah.
And this feels out of character for Fujiko to just be like, yeah, no, I got.
Yeah, just
I'm
to be
sorry.
like the wallpaper, basically.
Yeah, and she has no plan how to get out. She's just like, yeah, this is life now, I guess. So, like, that feels out of character for what we know from her.
You always sort of expect Fujiko to have like a backup plan
Yeah.
purely
Yeah.
for herself because that's who she mainly looks out for at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't happen at all, so it makes her feel very sort of flat in
Yeah.
terms of like execution. Along with the fact that to bring up Goemon again, they sort of almost imply that like he's with her.
Yeah.
Like at the start
Yeah.
because he's looking out for
He
her.
accompanied her into the
Yeah.
island and is like living under her floorboards.
watching
As you
over
do.
her.
Yeah, living.
I
off
will
of
protect you.
beans.
Yeah.
In like that edgy sort of samurai
Yeah.
way. But
Yeah.
like, which I mean, I feel like there was another one where like they sort of implied that like Goemon and Fujiko have like a mutual like working relationship with each
Yeah.
other. But like, it's only ever come up like in my, as far as I recall, like once before. So it's not like there's that much foundation to go
Yeah.
off. So it's weird that they make a point to imply that.
Doesn't it also happen like briefly in like the live action movie too, or am I misremembering?
You might be misremembering because Goemon pops up because Lupin already knows him.
Yeah, like they go to Japan and sort of recruit him.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'm misremembering. I was thinking that there was a part in that movie where like they just sort of pal off together for no real reason.
You might be thinking of, I forget which one it was, but the time where he went all the like across the world to get like a toy for like like a kid,
Yeah, God
Yeah.
damn it, you're right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
which was adorable in
Yeah.
whatever one that was. But
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like our familiar characters were just sort of background noise for this
Yeah.
one outside of Lupin. There was a lot more focus on the characters that were for this special.
Yeah.
Which we've had this happen with, I think, other franchises
Mm-hmm.
where we were like, this was a movie someone wrote and then was told, you're going to make this franchise movie. And they're like,
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it. I am. And I'm just kind of sprinkling in your franchise while
Yeah.
making the movie I want.
Fun fact, Miyamoto came in and told them to make a Star Fox movie. That's what actually happened.
So that's why I think like, oh yeah, that someone had this idea of like there's like a poison and you have to breathe in the air, and then there's a mutiny, and then there's Lupin apparently, and he's also part of that.
He's
There's
part
also-
of the backstory and the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole like island part itself of the story is like extremely contrived.
Oh, absolutely.
There's this sulfuric acid that if they stop breathing in, the poison like
Kills.
Kills
them.
them, yeah.
But then
gives them a cardiac arrest, basically.
yeah, but then there's also a satellite that if they don't have the right navigation thing,
Whatever thing.
will just spark them from orbit.
I love that
Yeah.
so much.
And it's like, okay, I feel like one of these is unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel like we got our bases covered just with the gas.
No.
you know?
I love that it's both so much. I feel like that is the right amount of over the top.
In case you managed to figure out my gas trick, I have another one in my sleeve.
We have the backup plan, which is satellite laser. How did we get one? We're rich.
We figured it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we did it. Look, that's off screen. That's backstory. You don't need to worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Because I did like the gas mask like design as their introduction, you know, kind of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And just like, what's their deal? Like, are they covering their faces?
Oh, that's sort of one of the interesting things about that sort of opening sequence is until we meet her later, because of the gas mask and her overall design, the main girl from this movie, I genuinely thought that was a guy in that scene.
I was half and half.
Yeah,
until like we saw her again, I was like,
boop.
oh, okay.
I mean, that is a thing with anime. I'm never going to forget Cyber City, which had like the character who I think was a guy, but you know, very feminine.
Benton?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Best character in that whole like OVA.
Yeah.
I mean, we also had like silver hair guy, which for a second I was like,
Yeah. You mean Hunchback Man?
Yeah.
Who really needs to work on his posture.
Oh my god.
Who would absolutely fit into a Yoshiaki Kawajiri film like Cyber City or Ninja Scroll or something like that.
I saw him and was like, okay, I know your character just immediately off like the design.
Holding two knives. I'm like, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know what you are.
You're like an anime Joker, but like the internet's idea of the Joker.
Also, I don't know if I hate to say, I don't buy the whole backstory with the gun. But it felt kind of forced.
That felt a bit out of nowhere,
It's really weird in that there's you know, normally you can say there's like an A and B plot.
Yeah.
And like maybe subplots from there.
Absolutely.
But there's an ABC plot in this. And that's,
and then
you know,
like a B, and then down from B, you have an A and B.
B's got their own B, A, B, C.
The A plot is sort of like the instigating element of the film, which is, you know, Zenigata gets murked, Lupin realizes it's his own gun, goes to face down, he's chasing down that, you know, lead, I guess, from the Assassin's Island or whatever. And then essentially that gets forgotten for a huge amount of the film to take over with the B plot being half of these people on this island want to, you know, usurp.
Because they don't actually want to be assassins.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, they wouldn't have the gas.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise. And I don't buy that some folk were like, nah, it's just the way it is, man. Yeah. Like,
just gotta live with it.
But you could be free. You're like, nah, don't want it. Don't want it.
Like, from what I like... Can't see me. But from what I got, it was basically two camps of like the guys who really liked being assassins and didn't see any downside to like this whole poison cult they were in. It's basically a cult.
We get free housing, free healthcare.
We get an island to ourselves.
401k, dental.
Bitch, you seeing this gold?
Like, we get transportations paid for, hotel and accommodations paid for. We get a voucher for food, man, when we're out. This is as best as
we get a discount on Netflix, man.
We're all on the family plan.
Yeah.
We only pay like $2 each.
It's great. And then the other half are like, I want an actual life.
Yeah.
But we got dental.
They got dental.
Damn, that's insane. Yeah, they do nothing to try to make us believe, oh no, it's a good deal actually.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved some inner conflict of those guys being like, my life is fucked, I have nothing to go back to,
I mean,
therefore I'm staying.
Kind of understand it from the sense that, like, to willingly keep yourself in that situation, you've got to be, like, you know, a little fucked up.
Yeah, you got to be really into the killing thing.
Yeah. I like, they do what they do. They do what they can. What?
They do.
They do.
They
Can what they do.
They kill.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
You're freaking out.
They do what they can with
What
they got.
have.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They make do with what they do because it's what they gotta do.
Wouldn't you have liked at least a C or D plot of them being like, this is my family, I have no one left.
Yeah.
The reason I'm staying is for these guys.
What is their accommodation on the island? Because there's barely any housing from what we see, other than like the main fortress.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get not doing that, what you said about showing, like, you know, someone who's like, oh, this is my family, because, like, I think given how fucking cartoonishly evil they are, I think you kind of just have to make them irredeemable.
Yeah, like they're cartoon villains.
Yeah. And
Gordo literally walks around with like a fucking cape.
It's like, I don't think there's any point in trying to make them empathetic or even remotely, like, even as small as it would be, like, an ounce of, like, redeemability to it.
Yeah.
I think you just kind of have to run with, oh no, they fucking evil, man.
Yeah, like
evil boys.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is, like, I feel like it was said at one point that, like, at least the vast majority of them are, like, from actual prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're bad people, like, just from
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah.
As far as the movie's concerned.
And supposedly, like, a small percentage of them is just kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, kidnapped, or, like, they just...
Born there?
Let's say human traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's unclear that the brother-sister, like, main girl and her, like, because she kind of makes it seem like she's been there, like, her entire life.
Yeah.
So, I think I made a note of that. She has a fan fiction background.
That's true.
She was like, yeah.
One Direction showed up.
Because her alcoholic dad sold her and her brother to the guy for a day's worth of alcohol.
This is, oh my god, this is Rey's backstory in Star Wars. He sold you for drinking money. Oh, you know, her original backstory before Rise of Skywalker retconned it.
And here are you new original owners. Meet One Direction.
We're never gonna live down that episode, are we?
No,
it's
not
just
even on this
movement.
show.
No.
It's a different show.
No, maybe it wasn't as overdone back then.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it was done a lot.
Yeah, just as soon as she was like, and my dad sold me to this guy for alcohol. I'm like,
Both of them?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Really?
2 for 1 special, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He got an extra Guinness.
Mm-hmm. And it was hard to get in those times.
Oh, yeah. No slander meant to Guinness. That was just the first one I thought of.
Yeah, it's fun, but like the more you think about the story and setup and
It's
characters,
dumb.
because they're also
falls
run
apart.
by like essentially the Instrumentality Project from Eva.
I was gonna call it the Illuminati.
Yeah, I guess. I
But,
mean, that's
like,
essentially what the
It is
Project
basically
is.
Sealy, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
silly.
They've got no faces, they're just in the shadows, they
They
have
are
power.
even more cartoonishly evil than our cartoonishly evil villain.
They're never addressed, by the way.
No.
That just goes unquestioned at the end.
Yeah, we just have like, I think 1 or 2 sequences of the guy being like, I've got prisoners, and they're like, good, my man, good.
We have a job for you. Okay.
Okay,
Here you go.
The whole world.
I'll put one of my island assassins on it. Yeah.
No,
I'll get the new one I just kidnapped on it.
It's the part where they're like, okay, this guy in this island of assassins has clearly outlived its functionality, so we're gonna use the giant space laser to
just-
annihilate the island, and they're like, every country in the world will help us cover this up, and I'm like, I don't think anyone knows this place exists, so what is there?
No, they sort of explain that, like, this island's basically been doing every government's dirty work for the last however long, so, like,
Yeah.
they've got dirt on them, basically.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, what is there to cover up? No one knows this island exists.
Murder.
Just be like, underwater volcano, guys. Crazy.
Murder and the
sorry.
gold.
I think it's so far out in the middle of the ocean that
No
I
one
don't
would
think
care.
anyone would notice or care.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Also, this is a Lupin plot.
Yeah.
We could have just been like, island blew up, and that's end of movie.
Yeah.
We don't
There
need
goes Hawaii.
a scene.
There goes Hawaii.
Do not need a scene where we see the leaders of the world. What happened?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Where-
Do you know?
where-
Do you know? I have no idea.
Where's our assassin island? Broke.
Yeah, it's like I still have like few assignments pending. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I paid for those.
I want my money back.
Yeah, like they could have just lasered it.
Yeah.
I also really need to stress, like, they put their plan into motion to blow up the island. They give them an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do they give them an hour?
Yes.
I don't know.
Why would you construct a laser that can self-destruct?
Well, it can. It's basically the code design. I think it basically just means it lasers itself.
Yeah, because like visually it just went like, and time to point at me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
So
was
I
like,
think,
why would you let it be able to do that?
Well, the code was written by her brother, so assuming he
Yeah.
overrode any safety precautions
Yeah.
that were in it.
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't think it's not the Death Star. They haven't left a vent uncovered.
Yeah.
I assume they've designed it with every safety precaution in mind, but, safety precautions only go so far when someone can.
If you
break
can
them.
still if you can point the laser, there's a way you can point the laser
Exactly.
to yourself.
Now hear me out. Big mirror.
Giant mirror. Super Mario Sunshine-esque big mirror. It would work.
Come on, that would have been much more fun of a plot.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that like one of the subplots in Gundam? Can't remember if they made that into the movie, where like one of the colonies was turned into a giant space laser and they had like a mirror.
Of the movies we watched.
Maybe it wasn't the original Gundam.
Because I don't
feel like
remember that at all. I would have remembered.
Maybe that wasn't the original Gundam. Maybe that was like Wing or something like that.
If it is, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, one of them has like this weird ass plot where like one of the colonies is turned into like a giant space laser and they use like a mirror to aim it at other places, and it's like,
How?
the colony can move, so I don't think the mirror is entirely necessary in this situation.
But big mirror.
Yeah.
Big mirror, yeah.
I also want to state, by the way, that whole the brother like being forced to like sabotage his own code or whatever by like the main bad guy when they find out, that at least makes the first hour countdown make sense. I want
Yeah.
to stress it's the second one
Yeah.
Where they press the
button.
let's kill everyone on the island button,
Yeah.
and yeah, they have like an hour countdown, which is like
gotta give them time.
yeah,
Yeah,
they've
It's polite.
announced to Gordo that they're gonna do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So they're fully giving him an hour window to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Plausible
The
deniability.
laser
So
needs
that,
to heat up a little, you know.
so that
Preheating.
if he survives, they're like, if you want to come back and work on us.
Fine, you can do that. Wow.
Yeah.
We also haven't talked yet about the great character Vicky Flanagan.
I love that his name's Vicky.
Yeah, they just kind of are like, Zenigata, you're in bed. Here's the person that's gonna try to keep you there.
His only function is to continually break more of Zenigata's body.
He has no character other
No.
than just breaking his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I didn't like the fucking C plot.
Yeah.
Because it was just Zenigata being like, nah, I gotta tell Lupin I'm alive, gotta help him
Yup.
out, I gotta lock him up.
Zeni
And Vicky being like, fuck you, break leg.
yeah, twice.
Through sheer just like incompetence too. Like
Yeah.
not even malicious intent.
Nope.
Just
Both times they just fall downstairs.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like half of Zenigata's scenes because
Yeah.
he only has like 2 or like 3 or 4 scenes at most in the whole film. One where he gets shot,
Yep.
one where he's
Too angry to
resurrected,
die. Yeah.
and then he breaks his legs.
Yep.
And then
And then
Subway.
Lupin shows up on a jet fighter and like
gives him a card.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
You'll need this later.
hey, plot device.
Yeah, I also felt like Lupin and Elin figuring out the whole gas thing.
Ellen with 1 L or 2
Ellen.
L's.
Oh, 1L.
Yeah.
Pretty lady.
It's the funny thing about like the subtitles obviously have 1 L.
Yeah.
The first time we see her name in the movie, it's written with 2 L's in the locket.
Yeah, in the
but
locket.
her grave then has 1 L on it.
The animators couldn't
They
decide.
couldn't decide.
And the subtitlers just had to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I just missed major plot points, but it just kind of was coming out of nowhere for me a little, where they were like, oh yeah, we figured it out. Yeah, we've done it. The doctor said it's all good.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all
Oh
good.
yeah.
The
That, I mean, to be fair, the minute you kind of meet the doctor and he has these weirdly red eyes.
Evil red eyes,
It's
yeah.
Trust me.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
There's
I
just
mean-
something.
There's a reason he's on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
You
for
know.
me, it wasn't even the red eyes at first. It was just the fact that, like, they cured them not even halfway through the
Yeah.
movie. I was like, well, this is just gonna fail.
Yeah, the fact that like that happens so simply is like, okay, this is gonna come back to bite
Yeah.
them in the ass.
Chekhov's poison.
Yeah.
Still, Fujiko would have. She would know better. She would have had a
Not-
way to avoid the tattoo and the poison.
Not in this movie.
How do they actually like get rid of the poison and at the end of the movie? Do they get like an actual antidote? I
You see, I made a note that wasn't actually addressed.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking like they fly away at the end of the movie, and there's like 2 like scenes in the middle of the credits that don't really address the
No.
fact that
We have
It's
one.
the villain's holding the antidote, and Lupin's like, man, okay.
yeah,
He doesn't care. So in my head, I was like, oh, he's found it.
Yeah.
He already has the antidote.
There is
Yeah.
one throwaway line where he just says, "I'll figure it out."
Lupin, I don't think you understand.
yeah, like you've got not a lot of time to
No.
to counteract this because
You'll figure it
we've
out.
seen multiple times as
It's pretty.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Don't. Shh. Don't worry.
This is the story of how I died.
You know when you say I'll figure it out, and then future you has to figure it out.
Now, you see, this movie avoids that by just skipping that part.
yeah.
Yeah. They never really addressed it,
No.
do they? No.
Well,
They're like-
right after the credits, they just all like have a heart attack.
And
The
this
plane
is
crashes
final-
immediately.
The final Lupin movie.
Well, the only people who have to actually worry about it on that plane are Fujiko and Lupin, because Goemon
Yeah.
and Jigen,
Yeah,
They
they're fine. They
never
don't
they're
get poisoned at
fine,
all.
they don't.
That's how much of like a nothing burger both their characters are. They don't even get poisoned.
Yeah, like for them, they could just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like they're sticking around because they're nice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
New fan theory. The last like third is just a hallucination by like Fujiko and Lupin as they're slowly dying. And Jigen and Goemon are just getting away with the gold.
Yeah, it's just, we made it, Lupin. It's like,
Gosh, you did.
we sure did.
So I guess the fact we haven't brought up is the actual villain of this movie is the Doctor, because he was previously Lupin's partner once upon a time,
Who then betrayed
who
him.
then betrayed him, took his gun.
In this big backstory that was never mentioned
No.
at all.
No, and then evil guy is evil, and he just sort of runs off, right? He doesn't really.
Yeah, he has the antidote that he
Yeah.
drops.
Yeah.
He threatens to drop, and that's it.
His
Yeah.
plan was also to get the gold, but also like, did he really need to bring Lupin into this? Was that just a
Yeah.
grudge?
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
'cause,
if
like, it
Lupin
was gonna be,
your
like-
nemesis-
If I remember right, the plan was going to be he was going to frame Lupin for what happened on this island that nobody knows about and
I mean,
tries to keep secret.
I don't
They tried
know.
to.
The motivation's kind of unclear.
Yeah.
At some point, I feel like the goal was to frame Lupin for Zenigata's murder because it was like, oh, it's his
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
You must have.
But what does that serve to, like, anything
Yeah.
else that the villain's doing at this point?
Because did he think, oh, this guy's been trying to catch Lupin. If I just pretend that he shot him, he's gonna get arrested. Because it's not like no one's been trying to arrest him.
Yeah. It's not like Lupin has anything else to be arrested for.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, what does him being arrested benefit you in any way? Because you are living on an island of assassins that no one knows about. And Lupin only finds about after the murder because basically the assassins led him right there. So what were you aiming for? Did you want him out of the way for something? But like again, no one knew this island of assassins was there.
You're an afterthought, like in
Yeah.
this world, my man. No one mentioned you till now.
Yeah.
This is a classic case of the more we talk about Lupin movie, the more it falls
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
It starts with, I don't know, like these characters were not well used to. Wait a second. We don't know what's happening.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
There's also a point where like Fujiko runs into where the gold is being held on the ship, and it gets like shot up a little bit, and I don't know if we're meant to interpret that the gold is fake.
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah, which means
Like it breaks too easily or something.
yeah, like it's got bullet holes, and like you can kind of see that the I was gonna call it a decal, but that's like a video game term for that. Never mind. But like the bullet hole has like sort of like a darker metal look to it.
It sort of
like
punches it in a way that it probably isn't supposed to be with gold. I took that.
Gold is quite a malleable substance. So like
the higher content of pure gold, the more malleable.
Yeah. So like.
That's why you don't use it as armor.
If it was shot, bullets would probably penetrate it quite easily. It's more so like how it looks once it's shot. If it is pure gold, which gold bars tend to be, it's not gonna it's gonna look gold. The bullet hole's gonna look gold, whereas the bullet holes here look like they're sort of like a darker kind of iron or some other metal alloy, look to them, and that's just never addressed after that.
No.
Because it's like, okay, then where's the real gold, or was there just never...
The real gold is the friends we made along
Go
the way.
fuck yourself.
I will shoot you with the silver gun.
Or was there ever any gold in the first place, and that was also an elaborate part of this plot that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if this was me just assuming it, but from what I understood, the gold on the boat that they were like trying to steal was the fake gold, and the gold on the plane at the end was the real gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the gold on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that go into the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in the next
There's your answer.
Yeah.
The next Lupin movie, they're like, we gotta find the gold of the ocean, guys.
Honestly, I was so half expecting the credits to be dedicated to like all of them basically diving right into the ocean. Like, get it.
Get it before it sinks. Quick.
At the very least, Fujiko should have done that.
Nah, I think it's a Lupin. Him trying to grab as much gold and then be like, shit, I'm sinking.
I like to believe that Fujiko is as much of a dumbass as the other three. She just doesn't show it as much.
I think Fujiko would summon like a submarine that caught all the gold as Lupin.
That's
it had a net all this time.
Yeah.
I knew.
Lupin dives out and just collides with the surface of the submarine.
Yeah, look, such a shame for Fujiko. She's just there.
She's just here.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I got poisoned. Hey, Lupin, is that any more motivation in case you needed a little more to figure this out? That's truly what it felt like to me, where it was like, oh, we just needed that extra edge of why is Lupin not fucking leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because Fujiko's here.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure.
Sure, whatever. Movie. Whatever you want me to think.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does Lupin sound like older
a little bit
in this movie?
Yeah. I didn't necessarily notice.
It was weird because watching it at the start and like hearing him talking, like it took maybe like 15 minutes before I sunk into like it sounding normal, but I was like, he sounds older in this movie. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is after the VA switchover, because Nostradamus was
93, 95.
94, yeah, somewhere like that.
Mid-90s, whereas this one is late
97,
90s.
yeah. So like this is after is it Kenichi Kurita took over?
While you're searching that, I will say I did slightly listen to the dub because I always am curious about the dub, especially when it comes to Lupin. And like I noticed that like for one, I didn't listen to it much because I heard the word jiggin and I was like, nope.
Hey, jiggler.
I'm not having any more name mispronunciations. I'm done with that. But like the Lupin voice is one of his familiar voice actors with a dub. I'm not sure if it's Tony Oliver.
It's Sunny Straight.
It's Sunny.
It's a Funimation dub.
Yeah, it's Sunny. But like I knew the Fujiko voice was very different to what we've ever heard.
Oh.
She's not the familiar voice, or at least if it is, she's not gotten her voice down yet.
That's interesting, because I'm pretty sure
I mean, it didn't sound familiar to me. She might have popped up and I just don't remember because it's been a while, but
I'm pretty sure the dub's like the most consistent person, at least across like the Funimation and the Tony Oliver cast.
the non-Funimation.
There's no single studio that runs that dub.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Michelle Ruff's like the main.
Michelle Ruff, yeah. It didn't sound like her to me. But I don't know if that was just a different voice actress or if it was just maybe it was really early.
Oh, it was Meredith McCoy in this, who, if I remember correctly, was she
Cagliostro?
No, I think she was young Goku.
Oh.
That's
my favorite Lupin character.
Oh no, she's Android 18.
Okay.
I don't think she's in Lupin a lot.
No, again, I only listened to her like very briefly for like a line, but I just it hit me because it was very distinctively not Fujiko,
Yeah.
which along with the blonde hair, which you don't see very much in her design, made it be like, is this actually Fujiko? Is this just someone they're saying is Fujiko but looks like her?
Fujiko wouldn't do this.
Fujiko was like off for that week they were filming this.
Yeah, they're like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's not me.
I'm not like, I think I've mentioned this before, but like that era of like Funimation dubs can be a little hard to watch for me because like all it is the same stable of voice actors, and it means that you're just hearing the entire cast of DBZ, and their voices don't change much, so you're just kind of hearing Krillin as Lupin, you're hearing Piccolo as Jigen. I can't remember who voices Goemon, and you're hearing like, you know, Android 18 as Fujiko if it's a Meredith McCoy role, but obviously Michelle Ruff kind of is Fujiko.
Yes, that is Fujiko's voice to me in English.
So I think that's why the Tony Oliver cast works much better for me, or like any of the other ones, like, you know,
there was
Solid Snake.
David Hayter.
David Hayter, thank you.
How could we forget the David Hayter dub? That was our first dub.
Yeah, exactly.
I can at least say I avoid that problem because I'm not a Dragon Ball viewer, so I don't have such weaknesses.
You know, when you grow up on it, it's hard, you know.
But, you know, again, I don't have such weaknesses.
Yeah.
So,
my youth, there's no weakness.
Yeah, exactly. So at least the Lupin voice sounds pretty natural to me, and like the Funimation of like Sunny, I've already forgotten.
Sunny
Straight. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke there. I decided not to.
It's straight as in like
I know.
A body of water type thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You know.
But you know.
Yeah.
Fine. It's just the voice pronunciations I'm done with. I can't hear another Lupin.
Yeah.
Or Jigen. That's always the worst one.
Yeah.
That's not how you say his fucking name.
No. I wonder how they say Goemon.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah.
Gooman.
Honestly, I think it's Goemon.
Oh. I don't know how you can like be the most established, especially at that point in time, you know, like 2002, 2006, I think they were doing these.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can be the most established dubbing company in the world at that point and just consistently fuck up the pronunciations. And the fact that Lupin is not even a Japanese name.
No.
Yeah, that's...
It's French.
Yeah.
Which means, you know, given the English language, it leans more towards understanding how to pronounce it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sure, Lupin at least makes sense if you want to localize it in, like, in quotes.
Yeah.
I want to straight. But, like, Jigen, why are you saying that? Just say Jigen.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Don't wear it out.
Don't wear it out. But yeah, that's why I mainly just stick to the subs at this point.
Yeah.
If it's like, if I find out the dub is like the Funimation dub, if it's the Tony Oliver dub, 50-50.
Yeah, I usually watch the Tony Oliver ones just because I really like that cast.
He leans into it, like,
yeah,
he is the voice of Lupin, like, in my head.
Yeah. And you've got, you know, Michelle Ruff, Fujiko, Richard Epcar as Jigen, and Lex Lang as Goemon. Like, they all really inhabit those roles. Whereas, anyway, weird tangent.
It's important.
Yeah, it's
important tangent.
Yeah. So I guess should we score?
Yeah.
I still really liked it, even with it's dumb. The story. If you think about the story for more than 2 seconds, it's fucking stupid. But like, I love it in the same way I like the Sonic Adventure games, whose stories are also really fucking stupid if you think about them for more than like 5 seconds. But I had a really fun time watching it the whole time. So I'm still gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Which is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I think this is genuinely one of the most enjoyable Lupins we've covered for me.
This was like a Lupin I just didn't connect with.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it was just the constant questions of, I don't see why this is happening. I don't see why we care. So I think I'm at like a 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, Zenigata and Fujiko are my favorites. And so when I don't see them do their thing, it
So when they're
bothers me.
fucked up.
Yeah, when you touch my besties, you fuck him up. It makes me upset.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you.
Valid.
I still found it quite fun for what it is. I still think there are like interesting ideas that maybe don't come to full fruition, like murking Zenigata and then not letting the movie marinate in that. I think that would have been a really cool idea to go with. Also, Fujiko could have done far more, as we've discussed today.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 7. I think it's, you know, it is fun. Like I said, it leans more into more kind of generic anime-esque style and action and substance as well. But it's fun. I think that makes for sort of fun Lupin adventures at times, because it's like a conflict of two different styles. You know, you have the Lupin style and you got generic anime style, which is kind of what makes Angel Tactics so fun, because it's like, the rest of these characters are so aggressively mid-2000s and there's just Lupin.
Lupin's just sort of reacting to it like, I like your funny words, Magic Man. I think I also, the thing that put like a point above for me is that I did genuinely like the character of Ellen. Just like in the story, she was a fun character to like be there, and she was I'm not gonna say strong emotional core because I feel like that's a bit much for this kind of movie, but you know, she was a nice sort of narrative center for the film, which is what, so that's why I got a point above from you. I think for me.
Garden of Words now.
Short.
It is short, it's a short film.
Feet. We have to address the feet. I'm sorry.
We do. This is the main thing that so many people get hung up on.
This and another thing.
Will literally, and another thing that
which I got a little more hung up on.
Which
I can't blame you, but at the same time, we're just gonna dive into it.
Okay. Let me address the fact that like people can't seem to understand feet don't immediately equal fetish or sexual content or sexual connotations.
He just likes shoes.
He likes shoes.
Yeah, he's a shoemaker.
And it's not even portrayed in a sexual way.
No.
And clearly some people don't understand
showing feet versus fetishizing
feet.
But also some people don't understand unrequited feelings of a high school kid towards their teacher or a teacher from their school, who may also have developed a friendship with them.
Yeah, a genuine connection.
That is not love or interest.
It is. I never took it as a mutual attraction in any sense.
It is certainly not pedophilic.
No.
As many of the Letterboxd reviews definitely want to portray this movie as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the sticking point, because me and Michael at the very least did really like this movie, but like and both of us have Letterboxd now, because I finally joined that whole thing. For the better, it's gotten me watching movies again, which is, you know, outside of this podcast, which, you know, was something I really wanted to get back to, and I found myself I couldn't. So it's nice to have that. But like, it does mean that now I am subjected to sometimes just really bad reviews on like movies that like have so many people just sort of missing the point.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's fine. The vast majority of Letterboxd reviews I've ever seen have been really funny or like insightful, but like for some reason so many people like watch this movie and were like, it's pro pedophilia, or it's like pro grooming.
Yeah.
I've seen it as well, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Did we watch the same movie?
There are people who compare it to like a Quentin Tarantino film, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Have you seen a Tarantino
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't know what Tarantino is.
No.
You've not seen the lengths he's gone for those toes.
I think the foot montage was too long for the length of his movie.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
100%.
For 40 minutes, it didn't need to be like a whole sequence.
Absolutely not. But it wasn't done in a way where it was like, ew.
It's not
He
gratuitous.
wasn't touching the foot in a weird way. He was like measuring.
Yes.
You don't think the animators are like drawing this with one hand?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh God. And like,
Sorry.
I have a weird relationship with portraying teenagers and having a crush on their teachers, because I think it is a normal thing to happen to teenagers.
Yeah. It can happen.
You get a crush on your teacher. I think everyone has had a crush on a teacher.
Yeah.
That's natural. They're the authority figure. You're like, damn.
I feel like I said too casually there.
Hell fucking
Hell yeah!
Let's
yeah,
name
brother.
them.
Hell yeah, brother.
I think the only thing you need to be careful of when portraying it is showing a teacher that shuts it down.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
I think it needed to be clear.
She put up the boundary, and he left. And now, I think that it may be confusing to most people, given the average level of media literacy that exists.
Fucking dead.
Because the scene immediately after does have her finally, like,
Airing out her trauma.
her trauma and you know, not confessing, because that's not what she does, but, you know, expresses a genuine connection with him, which, you know, I guess you could say there is maybe a problematic thing between, you know, someone who's 26 or whatever and a 15-year-old having something like that, but, you know,
the way it's portrayed in the movie was definitely not like to the extent of grooming, or even like romantic, because even during that ending like scene, I did not get any sort of indication that she was like attracted to him in any way.
No, I like what bothered me about it is that she was trauma dumping on a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Which I just don't think is healthy, especially when he has confessed he's in love with him, and he can confuse that. He's a kid. I'm all for showcasing, you know, relationships where people make mistakes. And we can recognize they know it's unhealthy. They know they shouldn't be doing this. It's not they're doing it because of some attraction. It's just they need a connection, and this is the only one they're making. I would have liked to see it in maybe a different light.
I think that it probably would have been to the movie's benefit and the understandability to the general audience if the scene where she breaks down to him didn't exist, and rather like him storming out was like the last thing between them in person, and then everything that is said in the scene after that is said in the letter that we hear about from him.
That would have been good.
Because, you know, we hear that they keep in touch, which is a nice thing.
Which I think I think it's fine to keep in touch with your teachers.
Yeah, like in a sort of pen pal-esque sort of way.
Just like I've, you know, always kind of stayed in touch with some of my teachers, lecturers, just to be like, this is what I'm up to in life. If you want to have a chat about that, grab a coffee.
Yeah.
I think that's totally fine.
Because you can have that kind of like connection with like a teacher even at like that age. Like it doesn't have to like be as far as this movie goes with like, you know, going to their house or anything like that. But that's just the situation of the movie being like both of them are very isolated outside of that. So I think that does work as well. But like, sorry, get back to the point. You're right. You can have that sort of like connection and like relationship. It's just the way it's portrayed in this is a little open to the interpretation that a lot of people then took, even if that interpretation I think is a little stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that he went to her house, because that's a boundary where I think
I'll admit when I got to that scene, sorry I'm cutting you off, but
wouldn't it be more meaningful if she went to his
it's
house?
A product of circumstance though.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Of the rain, and it's kind of, I think, I don't know if it's like shown all that well, but it kind of looks like she lives near the park.
Yeah, no, I did
from the window,
that.
so like it does make more sense that they would go there because it's closer in the rain and stuff, and he has to like take a train and stuff like that. So
counter argument, coffee shop.
But they both need to dry off. They're pretty heavily soaked.
Oh, also for that thing, she's already got rumors spreading around her about like the school and stuff about all that, and I feel like a public place like that would just I can see it there probably would have been a scene to explain that if that's what they're going for, but I feel like in universe that would have been like maybe she'd be like apprehensive of like a coffee shop, because it would just add fire to the rumors that are already not true. Like it's made very clear that that's just bullshit high school shit slinging, because one of the kids is a bitch.
But then again, they were always in the park together.
Yeah.
That's also a public place.
That is a good point.
Yeah. Like, it's just making choices there, which I think could have made a difference in perception, but then again, people are very quick to be like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered where they went. I don't think it matters where they went. The people would still misinterpret.
Yeah.
A lot of people are quick to see age gaps, and now immediately it's, you know, whether it's portrayed as such, it's you know, grooming or pedophilia or some other, you know,
toxic relationship,
yeah, where it could just be like a genuine friendship between two people, or, you know, it's an age gap where both people are of age, and yet somehow that can still be twisted into like
there's like, there could still be power dynamics and stuff that aren't very healthy.
Because like I see this all the time on like Twitter and stuff, is like someone will say something about an age gap and someone will quote it with I don't know if you've seen the scene from like, it's like Law and Order or something, where one of the guys is screaming about like, she's a minor, you're a pedophile, something like that, and they like quote tweet it with like that being like, they were a minor 12 years ago. You sick fuck.
I've not seen that, no.
I see it all over Twitter because people just, I don't know, can't comprehend a healthy relationship within an age gap, whether that's friendship or a legitimate relationship between two consenting adults. The internet and the world at large is just
no nuance.
Yeah, no nuance.
No nuance whatsoever.
No context of what that relationship's actually about.
It's kind of crazy because this is a Shinkai film. His whole thing is kind of about nuance.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a bit of a stepping stone film where you kind of go from his early filmography with Place Promise, 5 centimeters per second, and Children Who Chase Lost Voices, but I guess you could kind of just and then there's Garden of Words, which is like this weird piece in between those and Your Name, whether
his masterpieces.
Suzume.
Maybe not Suzume.
Maybe not Suzume as a masterpiece, but certainly like when he became a much more competent and well-rounded filmmaker. And it's sort of the weird thing of this where like we've discussed all the story and stuff like that, but like largely this is a bit of a tone piece for where Weathering with You would go.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. So it's like
his tone is very like familiar. You kind of recognize it in all his projects.
Like the way the rain's depicted, the scenery, the sort of ambience of just showing, you know, landscape shots and stuff where there's music playing in the background is all very like. Of course, that's sort of what Your Name does too, but it's very, I think, stylistically and thematically more relevant to what Weathering with You ended up being.
The way the characters act as well, like how that, like the way, I feel like a lot of Shinkai is very much emotions in conflict with other emotions as like a core part, and you can feel that heavily in this little piece as well.
Yeah.
Just sometimes I feel like even though I don't think every movie needs to be like an hour long to be good, I feel like this one maybe could have done with an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe an extra scene or two just to like help air out the problems that ended up coming up with a lot of people for this movie, for this little movie.
I think like you could tell the characters, they had things about them that should have been explored. Her having like a taste disorder, as she mentions it, where she can only taste chocolate and beer. It was like very fascinating. I want to get in on that.
Oh, I genuinely thought that was just like
another lie.
No, the way I read that, and maybe I missed a line in the subtitles without realizing, was that she was just that depressed. That's all she was having, so that's all she could taste, if that makes sense.
Maybe.
Not like necessarily a taste disorder thing, but like, you know, you consume that much beer, that much chocolate, that like it just sort of sticks there type thing.
I think they straight up say taste disorder.
I must have
so I think you might have missed that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that is why she's probably bad at cooking.
Yeah.
If you cannot, if she's using flavor, she cannot taste it. Of course, your food's not gonna taste good. And she even, I don't think we ever see her not enjoying the taste of her own food, but we see him
hating
the taste of her food. And I was like, this is something that you can then bond over, because, you know, cooking and food, that's such a connective thing. And they just kind of, oh yeah, she has a taste disorder. I'm like, okay. Like, no, let's talk about that, because that's something that probably affected the relationship she had that ended. Like,
yeah, because she's was dating
the principal.
I don't think it was the principal.
No.
He's sort of dressed in what I would assume is like the PE teacher get up.
Another teacher.
Another
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah, someone in the facility.
Yeah, maybe head of like faculty
maybe
role rather than
Yeah.
like principal. Because he's sort of the one dealing with like her not showing up and eventually deciding to leave, which is like if he is the head of faculty and they're in a relationship, that she is his subordinate, which is definitely
See,
questionable.
that's where we have a problem.
Yeah,
that's a toxic dynamic right there waiting to happen.
Which is like, okay, there's a lot of rumors going around about her and students, but nothing about her and the head of faculty. Okay.
Yeah.
Kids don't care about
no one
that.
dares.
No,
No one
kid-
dares
yeah.
to.
The main like girl that spread those rumors was just because like a guy she liked, or maybe her boyfriend, whatever, just like was attracted to her,
Yeah.
and that's what set off those rumors. But you know, very high school.
Yeah, very
It's
high
fair,
school.
Yeah.
Conversation dead now.
Yeah, that was just a weird.
A weird segue.
Yeah.
Because there's very, like, a lot of sweet moments, I think, in the park, where if we just stayed in the park
Yeah.
Yeah.
and not bring in the whole school thing or only mention it in passing, like, I think him seeing her at the school is kind of when it takes a turn. And
I mean, I feel like it's a good twist to have her be like one of the teachers, because I feel like that adds another thing. But I feel like even with all that stuff, I kind of agree that if it had stayed mostly in the park and that was like most of the scenes in like the movie, I feel like that would have been like a really strong sort of
I mean,
narrative.
I get it, like, because like you said, it is a good twist, and it also then does link up the fact that he recognizes her early on in the film. And so like that makes sense. He's seen her in passing at school and stuff like that. But it is where I guess a lot of the misunderstanding of the film starts to stem from, that moment where it's like, oh, there's a different dynamic at play now, even though their relationship so far has existed without that pretext and even romantic pretext too. It's just they are friends, and it turns out she's a teacher at his school, so that is where things start to go amiss with interpretation at that point. But
I think, again, if we focused on the park, because we also have his house situation, which is also a mess.
Yeah.
You know, with his brother's moving out. His mom is then, fuck you, I'm also moving out.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you know, bad parenting, it's
Where's
good.
the dad?
Yeah, first of all. Like, they're trying to bring in this whole loaded other subject of, oh my god, is this kid gonna live alone?
Yeah.
And then he goes to her home, like, oh no, he's gonna live with her. And that just brings so many more layers of thought to it, that if he just mentioned to her, yeah, my brother's moving out and like my mom's crazy, I was like, okay.
I feel like
noted. We don't have to do this whole thing where we talk about it, where he talks about his brother, he talks to his brother about his mom, and like, mom's crazy, mom's drinking again.
It's also kind of funny because up until the point that he like directly addresses his brother as, you know, brother, I'm like, this is a weird dynamic between the mother and father here. I'm like, man, they both have side relationships.
Like,
damn.
just that kind of relationship, huh?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll see you later, brother. And I'm like,
Okay, misunderstood. I got you.
You got it.
Which also then leads to, why the fuck is the mother reacting like that then?
Yeah.
Because the mother is emotionally the same age as like her son.
Yeah. It's like, how dare you move out? Because probably the kid does some stuff, you know, contributes to the household, you know, cooks, cleans. And it's like, oh, if you take that out, then the younger one has to do all that. But he sucks. So he can't. Because he was making shoes. Ugh. God forbid hobby.
But he's like an actually legitimately good cook, as we see. So like,
Yeah.
I don't get where the problem is.
No.
I'll also admit this is just another like part like right at the beginning before like the ages were fully like stated in the movie and like he was a high school, even though he stated, because I said to you, even though it's stated right at the start that he's like in high school, the way the character design looked, I kind of forgot about that for a second. I thought he was like college aged or like around the same age as who would turn out to be the brother, but like because I thought they were around the same age and they were living together, I was like, oh okay, are they just casually, you know, gay? They're just living together.
They're just casually gay. And
yeah. But no, but like the fact that like they seem so close in age, but the brother's clearly supposed to be like an adult.
Yeah.
And he's like revealed to be 15, even though he acts a lot older than his age, and he looks a little older.
I mean,
like,
with a mother like that.
Yeah, you kind of gotta.
Yeah. I feel like the whole home stuff was just sort of too thinly done.
Yeah.
To like for like what this movie was trying to be, because it adds that weird sort of dynamic that I feel like isn't addressed enough in the film to be satisfying.
It's sort of a weird thing where they don't show the teacher's perspective much throughout the film, so like they kind of just have to make shit up for the I can't even remember his name, Akazuki. They just kind of have to make shit up for him to do when he's not at the park, because there's not enough else going on,
not enough fuel there to really do anything.
So it leads to this sort of like hodgepodge of home life stuff and helping his brother move, and I guess at one point his mum probably moves out, and so he's living in that apartment alone, which isn't uncommon.
15 though.
That's not uncommon for Japanese high school kids. That's
okay. Then maybe that's just like a cultural thing, but like that just feels like too unaddressed to me. That like it feels like the movie just sort of forgets that he's basically just living alone now. And if this feels like the kind of anime where it wouldn't gloss over that because it focused on so many other aspects of the home life. The main reason I brought that up though is because I thought the theming was gonna be at the end that like, oh, there's a sort of pseudo mother-son thing going on here of like the teacher, and like he's obviously not getting any sort of parental guidance from his actual mother, so that's why he's latching on to like the teacher. But I don't. The thing is, because the ending doesn't really talk about it much or like really give any sort of like focus on that like explicitly, I'm not sure if that was even the intent. But it feels like it was half supposed to be and half not supposed to be. Like, I genuinely don't know if I was just looking too much into it.
I don't think there's meant to be that kind of dynamic between them, or at least it's not meant to be that kind of dynamic on Akazuki's side. It's I mean it's pre Weathering with You Shinkai, so the ending is ambiguous at best. It sort of there is no happy ending as such. It just life continues on.
It's more hopeful.
So it is more hopeful. It's not like 5 centimeters per second or anything like that, where it's quite a depressing ending. But I think it's that kind of life goes on aspect of how the film ends, where you're kind of left with like a I don't know what I'm meant to take away.
What was the point of this?
Like, and thus it ended. And then
I think it's really just down to the fact that it's like a 45-minute movie. It doesn't have the time to really thematically go anywhere. I think it does its best with what it has. But I think, like I say, it feels more of like a stepping stone piece
definitely.
of Shinkai's films.
I want to state again, you don't need like a super long film to get like good themes across, but if you're doing this many themes and this like you clearly want to go deeper into them, but you're just not, maybe bump it up by an extra like 20 minutes just so you can better flesh out what you're trying to go for here.
100%.
Because I did like, the final scene of him leaving the shoes. I think maybe thematically we should have focused more on the shoes. Or focus on the food. Either or, because there's just too many hobbies and like connecting points at play that I'm struggling to connect. Who is what,
Yeah.
and how do we kind of make everyone come together? Why did they get along? Also, he's missing school on every rainy day, which in a rainy season is quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's only first period.
Oh, he only skips first period.
Yeah.
Oh.
It said when he's like in school later during the sunny times,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess. They mentioned that like during rainy days that he'll just skip first period.
And no one cares.
And no one cares.
It's rain, the trains probably, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kids, you know, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
Yeah.
say?
Look, if I have an early morning class and I don't feel like it, there's my class I skip because they were too early. Like, I'm not fucking with that. I'm sorry. Not on a Friday morning.
Ew.
Plus, it's Japan. Just because it's raining doesn't mean it's cold there.
Yeah.
It's could still be humid as fuck.
Oh.
Especially in the summer.
Yep. Anyway, I guess is that
Yeah.
you know
That
score
feels like
the-
it's basically all the points I wanted to
yeah.
get.
So scores.
I think I gave it an 8 when I did the letterbox
Mhm.
review, like right after it. But I think having talked about it, I'd bump it down to a 7, just because there are definitely problems with the
Yeah.
film that aren't like fully fleshed out enough that I feel like really could have been if you added a scene or two that just
Yeah.
better conveyed what you were trying to do, Shinkai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am at like the same as the pod. I'm like a 5.5 because I think even just trimming and kind of moving stuff around could have just fixed a lot of the like perceptions of the audience. So I think like either trimming it or like just making it a full movie could have fixed a lot of
Yeah.
problems. But you know, he grew from this, so that's good.
He did.
Yeah.
I think I rated it a 9 when I first watched it, and I've kind of been sitting on what I think about it since rewatching it, and yeah, I'm around like a 7. Like it's a good piece for what it is, and I like the sort of direct nature of the evolutionary standpoint that it stands in. It's like this is where Shinkai movies start looking like Shinkai movies, and not whatever the hell's going on in Place Promised in 5 centimeters per second 90% of the time, though they are well animated.
He's trying to find a style. It's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
It's just that it wouldn't be until Your Name where like everything would click into place.
He's got detailed foliage now.
Yeah. It's just here is like the visual aspect of it clicks.
This is
The writing aspect not so much.
no.
This is
Not
the
yet.
project where he's going, getting bitches, we're going green.
We're voting green.
We're going green.
So yeah, I think I'm sitting around a 7 now. I'm gonna quickly update my letterbox review to reflect that.
I'm definitely not
Time
doing
to
that
pull
too.
up the letterbox.
Okay, so in retrospect,
So let's.
So yeah, that's been this episode of Anime Lane. Wow.
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 Good talk.
Good talk. that means there's just one more Shinkai thing to watch
alright.
now. It's a 25-minute short film called Voices of a Distant Star. It's his first ever project. So
Fascinating.
Next time?
maybe next time,
Maybe.
and then big Shinkai,
Big shit guy.
big Shinkai compilation after
Oh
that.
yeah.
We're definitely not doing this for content.
What?
Hey, that might
Yeah.
Yeah.
do some numbers.
I hope so.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
No.
Bye.
Bye.